Torge doubled his counties in the last episode through a petition asking his king for the county of Fyn after the massive Danish civil war, where the title was revoked from the aggressor. King Sven II generously accepted and granted it to Torge with a small price of adding a few more levies to the kingdom's forces through the feudal contract. Back in Lübeck, Torge could not be more happy about his current state of affairs. Everything seems to go his way at the moment. His wife seems happy, his daughter got him a grandson, and he himself is enjoying success coming from a low-born life and now ruling 2 counties as a count. Question remains in the back of his mind. How long will this prosperous life continue? He, of all, knows way too well in just seconds how your county could be raided from the ocean, families killed, friends turning foe, and illness spreading like wildfire. He does knock on wood while having such thoughts and hope that such disasters will never come his way, while he again looks toward a bit of peaceful time. Indeed, it is very peaceful here after the civil war, hopefully, at least hopefully, but I have just unpaused the game and we will see what happens. What is going on here? Ragnar Bornholm abdicated the title county of Bornholm to Count Egil Ragnarsson. He actually abdicated? Wow. So we do have a new player in here already, so that's the first thing that happens, and I really like that he actually just abdicated. I think it's because he's probably in prison and then his child is taking over. We're gonna pin this character, and I guess Ragnar here is not really that important anymore. So let him go. I have Fröger in here, our son, just to... Actually, I don't really need him in there. I only need him in there for the sake of making videos inside the barbershop. That's basically it. Countess Margaret Asbjørndatter became pregnant with Prince Harald. Okay, they're trying to get another son down here, our prince. That is, well, our prince. I'm calling him our prince, but he might not become a king. It depends on the votes, of course. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. But let's just let time run again and see if anything is going to happen in this episode. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having 10 years of nothing happening and just gaining more gold, maybe building up our new county here in Fyn. That would be perfectly happy for me to happen, and I think also Torge would be perfectly happy with that situation. Without any wars, just peaceful times, no intrigue, nothing, just peaceful times. Now when he is getting, into a situation where he just wants to be with his family and don't really want to go out and raid as a Viking, don't really want to be in wars or anything. He just want to settle down, build up his newfound fortune and hope for the best that everything works out for the family. Oh, would you look at that? Our courtier and also the bishop has died. I mean, he was pretty old, wasn't he? 67. Okay, well, that's not that old, but we do have a new bishop, Zofragan, Bishop Hjalmar. Okay, and he is, of course, Danish. He's not the best, I would say, but he's okay. I mean, he is a scribe, so he is forgiving. I guess that's good. That's a good thing as a bishop, I suppose. He's callous. Okay, so he's cold-blooded. That doesn't really work with bishopry, but who knows? Who knows? And cynical. Interesting kind of trait for a bishop, isn't it? But I mean, I think he will do an okay job for us. I'm not too concerned about him. Yeah, he should be fine. Now, who are we actually using it? Okay, so we are still swaying the king. I think we can stop that. Honestly, I think we could potentially try and... I think he likes us enough, I would say. I think I might want to do something a little bit different here. Now, I was actually I just saw that our daughter's man here, Donald, he actually have the language of Anglic, and I think it might be a good idea to actually learn a different language, a foreign language. And while he is in our court, we might as well try and learn from him. 62%. You know what? That's not a bad thing. Yeah, I think we'll try and do that. I don't know where it's gonna bring us, but I think Torge would like to learn a new language here when he has time to do it. So let's do that instead of keep swaying the king. Oh, there is more good news for Toge to look upon here in peacetime, and that is that his daughter is again pregnant. Really nice to see. She has been pregnant for 2 months now, and it is hopefully gonna be another son. I mean, that is what Toge hopes, but it could also be a daughter, of course. But, I mean, more player heirs or more heirs to his dynasty would be fantastic. And he is really, really happy that Ose is again pregnant with another, again, hopefully a son. But yeah, we will see in a couple of months' time what exactly it will be. So let's move on. While Toge is getting older, he is still learning new things. And in this case, a lifestyle perk, of course. Courtiership. Okay, so he got the romance scheme power, elope scheme power, romance, and a lot of good things here. I mean, it's not the most important stuff in the world, but you know what? He'll take what comes his way. Now, another thing that will happen in just a few moments' time here is the promote culture is gonna be done. It will still take a month maybe or so, but yeah, it will definitely get done in in just a couple of minutes here. So that's really cool. We are, of course, increasing control on Foon to try and get it back to where it probably was a couple of years ago. But it will take some time. To be honest, it will take some time. Oh, finish promoting culture in Lübeck. So, the county of Lübeck is finally Danish. Through and through. Which is really, really nice, of course. That is fantastic. Can we actually... Is there the... No. No, there is not really anything we can do right now in terms of promoting the culture even further inside the court. But I guess no one actually needs to be converted. So, nope. Nope, we are done with it. We are Danish all the way through here in Lübeck now. Sorry to any Germans out there, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. I don't think actually Lübeck ever was Danish, but now it is, in my say. And Toge thought it couldn't get better, but it could. Now this is kind of an interesting one. Duke Thrugod Ulfsen, our rival, got executed by King Sven. Oh yeah, he absolutely just destroyed him. That is something else. I did not see that one coming. So Duke Sven inherited the Duchy of Jylland now, his son, of course. So he didn't kill his son, at least. But at least we are, our rival are just gone now, which is that's really nice. And we didn't even kill him. Our king did. I really like that. I really like that. But of course, this guy is someone we of course need to pin in our little pinned character tree here. I feel like I'm missing someone up there. Do I miss someone up there of the Danish lords? No, I don't think so. I think we got all of them. There's just fewer of them now, so which is maybe not a bad thing. But of course, we do have the Duke Sven up here in Jylland now, or northern part of Jylland. And he doesn't seem like a character that we would hate that much. He is compassionate, forgiving, and calm. He seems like a character we shouldn't really be too worried about at all compared to his father. So, all good in the county, or well, in the country of Denmark right now, I would say. It looks rather good. The entire cabal of those aggressors in the Civil War has pretty much been dealt with now. The guy on Foon, he's in prison. The guy in northern Jylland is gone. He's been executed, and the guy over here abdicated. So it's actually only this guy left, the bishop. He's still around, but maybe, maybe something will happen to him soon enough. We will see what the king does to him. But yeah, this is awesome. This is absolutely fantastic for Toge. We have a granddaughter. Oh yes, our daughter did get a daughter herself, Birgit Elvin, or at least that is what they are naming her right now. Wow, look at those traits. She's handsome and she also got powerful lungs. Wowzer, that is not a bad little baby. Do we want to call her Birgit? I don't know why, but I don't like that name. It is a very common Danish name, I would say, but I just don't like it for one reason or the other. So I think we'll probably tell our daughter to find some other name. Let's just hit it once and see what it... Albrecht. Please, no. No, just no. That's not gonna work for me. Peter, what? Oh, it's a grandson! Why is it called Birgit? I thought it was a daughter. I thought she had a daughter. That's a female name, Birgit. Okay, I'm confused. I'm very confused, but very happy that it's actually a grandson. I mean, I got nothing against, you know, getting a granddaughter, but I would rather have a grandson, so... yeah, but okay, Peter. Peter, do we want to call him Peter? No. Mess? That's a very Danish name, no. Gerd, nah. Ankil? Nah. Asmund? Nah. No. Thorfinn. Thorfinn is a very strong name. Thorfinn Olsen. Also have to remember the last name, of course, and he will be a very, very important player, so or a character. So we do want a name that we like here. Huldrik Olsen. Nah, that didn't work for me. Bully. I've never heard of that before. Frende. What was the other? He was called Fröger. So Frende and Fröger. I feel like that's actually not bad. Frende Olsen. Frende. And Fröger. Sure. I like that. Now, what we probably want to do is also kind of educate this child. Now, he do seem to have a bit more in education or diplomacy here. So maybe we want to find someone who is really... I mean, maybe we should let our daughter do this one, actually. Or maybe even... how good... He's 14. Our knight here also got 16. He got some really good numbers, this guy. And I'm not against letting someone else do it if they got some good numbers. And it would also make him like us a little bit more. Not that he actually needed that. But maybe Donald, the father, would like to take this one. I don't know. I'm actually against that. I kind of want a Danish person to do it. So, where is our daughter on this list, I wonder? She's way down here. Your wife, your player. Okay, she's actually not that great. Her numbers are not great at all. I think we will let maybe the father or this Joachim the Eager of Karlberg do it, or knight. That's an interest. Letting the knight do it could be interesting. Yeah, why not? He will gain some opinion. I mean, he is of a different culture, but I mean, he is Norse. He is a Gayet, which is from, I think it's around this area in Sweden. Gayet. I'm actually not 100% sure about it, but I think it is. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, it's an interesting one to let him do it. You wouldn't normally do that if it's the player heir, but when it's the second son, you know, you can let them do it. It's okay. I think it would be okay. Again, for role-playing sake, letting our knight do it, letting him gain a bit of opinion of us, might not be bad for us, and he is a very good character. We would like to see him around for a long time. He's only 38, so he could potentially also be around for our daughter for a long time. So, and definitely, we don't want him to go anywhere. We want him in Lübeck. So I think that might be a very good thing. Not only getting a new grandson, you know, increasing the dynasty, but yeah, overall, that was. I thought it was a I really thought it was a granddaughter with that name, Birgit. Come on, that's a female name, that's not a. I don't know what the game was thinking there. I definitely, it bamboozled me, that's for sure. A couple of interesting things just happened here. The first one is that the guy that was controlling Lolland Falster here actually died, and his daughter took over, of all things. So yeah, that's I mean, again, that will also happen to us. Our daughter will also take over. So in the future, there will be a couple of women controlling quite a few lands here in Denmark, which is not the most common thing to happen, to be honest. Not that multiple women will control counties. So that's an interesting one. Also, of course, that we now have another one that we do like her, but she definitely like us. for reasons. I don't know why, but she does. Margaret here, so that's cool. But the other thing that happened is, yeah, you know, a little bit more interesting, I would say. So King Sven here actually married again, and he did marry a young woman. And that woman is actually, or female here, is actually the the guy that he killed before. Or his daughter, of course, Thrugodsdatter, Bodil Thrugodsdatter. I can understand why he did it. She is a comely one, and she is 18, so yeah, he's... Of course he did. Right, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you when you're a king and all? Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. But that does make the connection between the northern part of Jylland and, of course, the entire kingdom a little bit more stable, I would say. It probably means that her... I suppose it would, yeah, they're siblings, that these two guys are definitely... I don't think he's gonna revolt against the kingdom now, this guy. Even when the king did kill his father, I have a feeling he might control himself a little bit better, being calm and forgiving and, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, just a couple of small interesting things happening inside the kingdom here. Our grandson, Fröger, the one that is our player heir, can choose an education focus. Oh, let's check that out. Okay, I guess I can't click here. I think I clicked just before. Now it doesn't work. Okay, fair enough, game. I'm okay with that. I mean, it is part of a mod, so it makes sense. But let's just go in here, click on him here, and okay, so he got 3 in stewardship. He is charming now. Okay, so diplomacy and intrigue. Plus, he do have the learn language scheme power plus 0%, but that probably will go up, I suppose. He's also on 4 prowess now, which is kind of interesting. So let's go in and see where... Okay, so yeah, definitely... So stewardship is not his kind of deal, I suppose. But the funny thing is, you actually do have 3 in stewardship. I don't know which direction we should move him in here. That's really interesting. He got only 1 in diplomacy. Maybe intrigue? Is he... I don't know. I don't feel like he should be good in intrigue, but... I think we will move him in the way of intrigue here, because I don't feel like we are going diplomacy with him. I mean, we could do that. We could move him in that direction and make it a little more balanced. He could be a very balanced kind of character. I guess we should maybe do that instead of intrigue here. You know what, let's do that. Let's do that and see how it goes. I mean, it is very, very important, but also thinking about who his, you know, parents are, I feel like maybe diplomacy is way more interesting for him to go into rather than the intrigue, because his parents are definitely more into diplomacy than anything. I mean, that could also change down the lines. I mean, we don't go for what our parents will like every single time, but in this case I feel like going diplomacy instead of intrigue. So there we go. Our player here down the line will probably be pretty good in diplomacy, or just a decent character overall. So that's something to look forward to, I suppose. I have been receiving an increasing amount of reports about the brutality of my military officers who led troops stationed in Fyn. While they generally do not terrorize the population, they do not treat the troops serving them under them very well. I have heard that it's gotten really bad, or bad enough that some of the grunts claim that they would rather serve under Satan than their commanders, as he would surely be more merciful. As a result, desertion are widespread and the morale of the remaining soldiers are low. Oh boy, that can't be good. That honestly, that sounds really bad to me. I could bring in new commanders. However, it might be politically awkward, given some of the current commanders have connections elsewhere and are of some social standing and influence, so they might cause some ruckus, that's a funny word, if removed from their position. Okay. I haven't really seen what it will do to us down here, but this is not an issue I have time to worry about. Oh, I think he would have time to... he would definitely worry about this. Replace some commanders if possible. The politics of it is irrelevant. I think he would definitely go for the last one. Let's see what it's gonna do. Oh boy, we're gonna lose 30 gold now. Okay, and we're gonna spend 50 prestige. You gain replace bad officers. Okay. yeah, I mean, that is what it is. So we're not gonna get any more prestige anytime soon. We lose the bad officers, which would have given us garrison size -10, levy reinforcements -30, control growth, and population opinion -5. Okay, and the bad officers are replaced by control growth plus and popular opinion. I mean, yeah, this is not great, of course, because we are losing half of our gold and also using prestige on it. But this is definitely what Toge would say, so it is what it is. Oh, what is this? Unite Rookit. Oh, it's one of the knights that we probably got in. So we actually got new knights from doing this? Okay. Let's check out if we can sell who it is. Where is it? In here. So let's see. Well, this guy's definitely new, isn't he? Boris Rookit. So he is from Lübeck and he seems to be Orthodox and Russ. Interesting. House Rookit. Yeah, we definitely will demand a conversion of him. I will not allow any Orthodox here. If they want to be Orthodox, they can go home to Russia. That's about it. Let's see. I can't tell. I can't tell. Maybe just it's that one guy that we got. I think it might be. I don't even see him in here. Where is he? Yeah, he's not in here. Maybe it didn't update. I don't know. But that was interesting. Interesting little event here. I don't believe I've seen it before. Or maybe I have, but I just forgotten about it. Like I said, it's probably 2 years ago I played the last, so a lot of it will be new without being new. So, yeah, but that's interesting. But I mean, not great losing 30 gold here. That is, yeah, it's a problem. We also had this girl actually convert, but that was probably her. Yeah, yeah, they are married to each other, so that makes sense. An acquaintance tells me that she heard if one digs underground deep enough, one will emerge in another world where there are people similar to ours. However, they are the opposite of us. Their women are taller than their men, and men stay at home and manage domestic affairs while the women fight wars, and most scandalously, siblings can wed one another. Still, my acquaintance said that she heard this land was mostly peaceful and prosperous. Wait. What are we talking about? I mean, when in Denmark, why in Denmark, when we say we will dig a hole through earth, you normally would say it that where we end up in China. I don't think that's the case here. I don't think that's the case here, but that is what we are saying when we say we dig a hole through the earth, and where we would end up is China, but that's not real. We will probably end up in the ocean somewhere. But that's whatever. I don't think that's the case here. I don't think we are talking about China. What I'm wondering is, what exactly, what country or what society are we talking about here? I have absolutely no clue. But that's funny. That's funny. So what would he say? What would Toge say here? Perhaps their strange ways are why they are prosperous and peaceful. I mean, that's a pretty good answer, to be honest. I don't know if Toge would say that. Really? What? What? Really now? How could a society like that possibly exist? I think he would probably more so say that. How exciting. My imagination is trying to envision such a place. I think the last two is probably more likely something he would say, but I think the middle one is probably the most. And then again, he's a Viking. He's seen things. Yeah, he's been out raiding. He's seen different kind of countries and how they live in different places. But this is definitely out there. This place is an odd one to him. I think he's gonna go with the last one. How exciting. My imagination is trying to envision such a place. So what is that gonna do? Oh, thinking about foreign lands. Okay, learning +1, prestige +10, or 0.10. Different culture +10, different cultures +10. What would the other one have given us? Intrigue and hostile scheme. Open to new ideas. Okay. I mean, like I said, when we have chosen it, we have chosen it. So there we go. Cool. That was a really fun event. That also made me think about things a little bit, which is always nice. Oh, we get right into another one. The Great Duelist. My steward, Mayor Brightbjörn, has arrived to court with a bandaged arm and fear in his... Oh, what? Arm and fear in his eyes. That was really hard to read out for some reason. He tells me that my daughter and heir Åsa has been challenging people to duels all over Svendborg. That is, yeah, I'll pronounce it Svenborg, like you would in real. Please forgive me, my lord, but this has to stop. Ursa turned up at my doorstep and challenged me. I had no choice but to accept. This is not the first time either. I am but the last in a long line of victims. What? What are you doing? What are you doing, Ursa? What is this? Stay away from hard work, fickle, and patient. And apparently also a knucklehead. What? Oh, it actually does say that she's a bold lackey. Will act against you and others according to her personality, which is primarily determined by her personality trait. So, that's interesting, because she's also patient. But I guess the fickle trait might be the one triggering this, and maybe the diligent. I don't know, but that's an interesting one. That is so odd. Now, what are we gonna do about this? So this is actually kind of a hard one to deal with as a father, isn't it? Especially when it's a daughter. It would have been another case if it was a son in this time and age. But a daughter doing it, what on earth are we to do about this? These duels will cease at once. No, I don't think we will say that to our daughter. But of course, it is a problem, to be honest. Especially when we're talking about one of our... it's actually our Baron in Svenborg that she did this too. That's really funny. A dangerous pastime. You need an instructor. I think that would be more down the line of what he would actually say here. Your father will show you how it's done. No, I don't think he would. He do cares about his new county in Fyn. I mean, he doesn't really care about this guy specifically, but he does care overall about the people of Fyn. That's definitely guaranteed. But yeah, I think it's a dangerous pastime, and you need an instructor is the most likely one to say. So let's see what that's gonna happen. We lose 50 gold. Oh boy, we are gonna go into debt here. And Mayor Pridebjörn lose 20 opinion of us. Okay, but our daughter will gain the trade Aspiring Blade Master, while also gains an opinion of us, and also will keep challenging people to duels. Well, you know, it is what it is, but I think this is what Toki would say. And again, this is... I mean, it's not the end of the world minus 14, but it is a problem if someone is going to attack us, because we can't raise our armies right now. Oh, wow, we just keep getting new events here, which is... It's fine. As of course of a small steam in Svenborg slowly changed, unleashed marshland has turned into marginally fertile land. Okay, that's good. That's very good. My vassal Mayor Pridebjörn, whose lands adjoin these new fields, wants me to confirm they are his to lease as he sees fit. In contrast, local villagers wish to continue to use the parcel of land and grazing grounds. Tradition and precedence provides little guidance. What should I do? So I guess we are actually the lore setter for this new kind of fertile land. Okay, so there is not really a lore about it so far. Okay, I guess we could confirm your vassal's right. That would be... Would he do that, or would he give it to the peasants, basically? I don't know. Confirm their common status or alternate rights every year. Oh, I like that. Alternate the rights every year. That seems like a good option, isn't it? I mean, here's the thing, right? Togi is coming from a low-born status, so he was probably likely a farmer, or his parents was a farmer in back home in Jels. So he knows how hard it can be if a big old baron is taking your land away from you. He has probably seen that. He's probably seen that. I think he would definitely go with the alternate rights every year. It also feels like the right thing to do as a ruler to do that. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that one. Let's see what it's gonna do. Establish commoners. Okay, so Pridebjörn actually lose opinion of us. It is what it is. But the County of Fyn gain established commons. Popular opinion plus 10. So they like us for 5 years. Right, that's pretty cool. I don't even look at the other ones. We're just gonna go with what I believe Toge would do here. Sometimes I will look at what is actually happening if we did take something else, but for the most part, it's, you know, again, it's not that important to look at everything you need or everything in the game. But that was an interesting set of events we got there. I really love this. It's been a fantastic kind of period here. It is peaceful. It is peaceful, and not a lot is happening except from events and stuff. But that is, I mean, good for role-playing sakes, right? That's pretty good for role-playing. So let's continue on. Time is moving on now. We are in 1075. I think it was an entire year since the last couple of events. And yeah, a couple of things is happening here and there, you know. But yeah, we are still learning, right? We do have another perk here for Toge to handle. Promising prospects. Marriage acceptance to yourself, marriage acceptance, that's pretty good. I mean, we get the marriage acceptance to close family and extended family. That could be helpful if we want to marry someone off. I mean, we don't really have a lot of family members. Actually, let's take a little bit of a look at our family now here. Let's go into the House of Elvin here. Yeah, it looks, we are still obscure, right? We're still obscure, insignificant, of course, but it is what it is. I don't know, I didn't talk about it before, but we do actually have quite a few more legacies to go into. We will take a more closer look at them when we actually do get the decision to pick one. But I just wanted to mention that we do have a lot to go into, and we will probably pick something that makes sense in terms of family above all, and how also, if he does, I don't even know if he's gonna get it. It might be our daughter who is actually gonna pick it out. And we will pick out the first one dependent on how that person sees it, but also how the family overall is getting ruled, or how they see themselves, right? So it will probably be something like kin, or maybe blood, or tradition. It could definitely be tradition. Temptation, I don't think so, but who knows? Devotion, yeah, there is a couple of different ones and also some new ones. I don't even remember which ones are new and old here, but I do know that I have a mod that is definitely giving us double the amount than what it was before. So that's pretty cool. Let's go into the... I don't think we've been in the Dynasty tree since the beginning of the game, but I mean, there is not a whole lot to see in here, but... You know, maybe it was a nice little way to end this episode with, just looking at a couple of things here. And I mean, Toge, he's definitely still happy. He got his daughter, who is doing stuff with... she's going about and challenging people, apparently. I don't know why she's doing that, but it's fun. It's a fun little thing that happened. And then we, of course, got our two grandsons, Fröger and Frenne. So I think he's pretty happy where he is in life. He is now 54, so yeah, he's getting older, and soon enough, he might die. You know, it can happen all of a sudden. You know, he might not get to be 70, but he is still very, very healthy, so that could still be 4 or 5 or 6 episodes in him. Who knows? It also depends on what happens inside the Kingdom of Denmark here, and with the overall scheme of things. But yeah, for the moment, he's pretty happy. We are actually, I forgot to mention that as well, but we are actually starting to develop our county. I did see that the development was quite low compared to many of the other places, like Fyn over here is 11, Vorbas is 7, that's pretty low. Development here in Roskilde is 13, over here is 13 in Hedeby. So yeah, I'm trying to increase the development rather than getting more money. But yeah, we are back to not being in debt anymore, so it's all good, it's all good. And the control of Fyn is almost done, so I feel like it's a good place to end this episode. Yes, and I know there is not a lot of action going on, but that is how this is gonna be. There is not gonna be a lot of action overall, because I am more into role-playing. I'm not about the land grabbing. And that is just how I'm doing things. Normally, I would be very aggressive about things when I play CK3, but I like to do stuff differently now, and I feel like I am enjoying this a lot, and I hope you do as well. And if you do, leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you around next time.